find those sheep.
Welcome to the channel. For the first time viewers, welcome back for my existing subscribers. It's 5 stars here. We're going to cover an issue in regards to Xbox One. It may impact some of the PlayStation users, but not really like it does Xbox. There's a proven history of just Xbox left and right thumbsticks kind of going out and drifting off over time, right? So I'm on my second Xbox One Elite controller. On my 360, this would happen all the time. And as you guys know, with the new Operation Chimera, we got Lion, and Lion pings you if you move. Now, the issue that presents itself is that whenever you move the left stick, or in this case on an Xbox, when you're not moving the left stick and it kind of just drifts off, you end up getting pinged. And sometimes it costs you. In this gameplay here, I'll just have a little bit of a mixed bag, a little bit of Lion gameplay, and I don't actually have the issue because I was more focused on actually running away and making sure I lived. But I'm gonna go ahead and explain in depth kind of how it happens and offer a temporary solution. But Ubisoft definitely needs to get this issue under control. So for anybody that just wants a quick fix without having to watch the entire video, go into your settings. I have a settings video which I'll link into the description of this one. You go into your settings, you go under controls. You don't have to mess with your sensitivity, but you do have to increase the dead zone on your left stick. Now, the dead zone is the amount of space you have to move your analog stick for your character to respond. This is a fantastic feature for this game specifically because it's such an intricate game and it's very sensitive. So on PlayStation, I run a 5 and a 5, which is the lowest you could be. Now, switching gears to the Xbox, I have to run an 8 and a 5. So my right stick is at a 5. And my left stick is at an 8. And the way you can test this out is go into a custom game and gently nudge into the direction that your controller usually messes up at. And what you do from there is you increase the dead zone. And then you keep nudging it gently until you get to the point where it doesn't actually move anymore. And that'll be your sweet spot. You want to keep this kind of low because if you're in like the 10, which is the default, which I don't know why they made the default 10, but if you're in like the 10, 11, 12 range, I would recommend maybe getting a new controller or seeing if you could repair it if you don't have one of those custom controllers, because those are, or if you do have one of those custom controllers, because those are expensive to just replace. But if you're anywhere between 7 and 10, you're okay. Anything above that, I would look into replacement options, especially if you're trying to get a competitive advantage on Siege. So that's the temporary solution in a nutshell. Hopefully Ubisoft does something about this and fixes it, because there's been instances in the game where a friend of mine, if you want to check out his Instagram, it's at @GungoPewPew. He'll be laying there, or he'll just be crouched down, and all of a sudden you get pinged. And that's like one of the most heartbreaking things. It's like you're already getting pushed by somebody juiced up on Finca, and you got Lion that's pretty much now highlighting you, and Doe could be calling you, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? Or you have Blitz running at you full speed, and you're in a bathroom like camped out, and then you just get highlighted. So that's one of those things that I feel like is game breaking. It's more prevalent on Xbox because of the way the thumbsticks are on there. It's not an issue on PC at all. Like I've heard of people's key sticking, but I mean, I've never heard it to the point of like, yeah, it just automatically drifts and automatically depresses a key. Like I don't think that's something that happens. Maybe it is, who knows? But like I said, it could impact some PlayStation users, but in my experience, usually the L3 doesn't respond as well as it does when you first buy the controller on PlayStation, as far as clicking it. But I usually don't have any drift on PlayStation. If this is something that's happening to you guys, put it down in the comments section, and if this fix helps you at all, then let me know, and let's do something about it together, and kind of tweet to Ubisoft, maybe tweet out this video to them, and see if they can kind of do something for the Xbox. I think something along the lines of, maybe if your guy moves a certain distance, then Lion should be able to ping him, like, you know, like 1 meter or something like that, because the drift is never that drastic. It's normally like your guy literally doesn't even show up on the screen as moving. But if you're like in a custom game and you lightly do it, then you just leave the controller alone, then you kind of see your guy start to move slowly. So I think like either a certain speed or a certain distance might be a way that Ubisoft can offset it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will catch you on the next one, and be easy.